Welcome back. We have talked about physical intimacy, emotional intimacy, intellectual intimacy. Now we're going to be talking about spiritual intimacy. The fourth aspect of the human person is the spiritual. Spiritual intimacy is the rarest and most elusive form of intimacy. Some couples who have spiritual intimacy have virtually identical traditional religious beliefs, while other couples who enjoy this rare intimacy have tremendously different beliefs or ways of expressing their beliefs. Spiritual intimacy begins with a respect for each other and blossoms in the idea that the lover will do everything within his or her power to help the beloved become the best version of himself or herself. It stands to reason then that the lover will never do anything to harm the beloved or to cause him or her to become less than who he or she was created to be. This is the first principle of spiritual intimacy. Spiritual intimacy, while it does not demand consensus on all issues, does demand consensus on our essential purpose. Our essential purpose is the foundation upon which we build a life filled with passion and purpose. We are here to become the best version of ourselves, and you are here to become the best version of yourself. The essential purpose also provides the common purpose for every relationship. The first purpose of every relationship is to help each other become the best version of ourselves. It doesn't matter if the relationship is between husband and wife, parents and children, friend and neighbor, or business executive and customer. The first purpose, obligation, and responsibility of a relationship is to help each other achieve our essential purpose. This common purpose is the foundation of spiritual intimacy. We may have investigated the physical aspect of the human person. We may also have delved into the emotional, the psychological aspect of the human person, and we may have also a reasonable understanding of the intellectual faculties and the capacities of the human person. But the makeup and potential of the spiritual aspect of the human person in many ways remain uncharted territory. The reason is that our potential is both difficult to explore and easy to neglect. In the area of spiritual intimacy, there is one trap that we can easily fall into, whether we consider ourselves spiritual people or not. In relationships, especially if we find ourselves in an extraordinary relationship, we can find ourselves exposed to a rare type of idolatry. Idolatry occurs when we misplace our priorities. There is a natural order to which most people are oriented: God, family, friends, work, recreation, and so on. If we find ourselves in a relationship with a person who is able to fill us in ways we have not previously known, the danger is to love the gift more than the giver of the gift. Spiritual intimacy is best approached as an open-minded adventure in which we seek to discover the truth of every situation and to apply that truth as we strive to help each other become the best version of ourselves. In a world of stereotypes and sound bites, when we speak of spirituality, it is easy to conjure images of incense burning and light instrumental music, playing in the background. This is to tragically overlook the real work of spirituality, which is to grow in virtue as to achieve our essential purpose. What's that purpose? To become the best version of ourselves. The role of spirituality in relationships is to provide the tools necessary to help us grow in virtue. Virtue makes all respectful relationships possible. Two patient people will have a better relationship than two impatient people. Two generous people will have a better relationship than two selfish people. Two forgiving people will have a better relationship than two who chose to hold grudges and refuse to forgive